Okay, y'all, I'm short on time, but I'm trying to do some of the Merry Thanksgiving weekend movie reviews between the Hallmark Mystery Channel and the Hallmark Channel. So, yeah, let's just get all the way into it. All right, last Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Miracles of Christmas, aka Hallmark Mystery, Christmas Under the Lights premiered starring Heather Hemans and Mark Grazzini and Antonio Keone. I hope I said his name right. He played Nick, right? Okay, so let me start off by saying I love these two leads. I love Heather. She's probably one of the very few Heathers in this world that I can actually stand. I think she's a brilliant and beautiful actress. A lot of her movies deliver. This one for me just didn't do it, right? Also a huge fan of Marco. I think he's handsome. I've seen him in a lot of different Hallmark movies, and I just, think he's wonderful. So when I saw that they were being paired up together, I was like, yes, Hallmark, you know how to kick off Merry Thanksgiving weekend. But the problem I had, and this is the same problem I had with Christmas with a Kiss last year that had like an all black cast, is that I don't know why y'all see black and brown people and give them the basic whitewashed Hallmark storylines. I think whenever you get actors and actresses, first of all, this caliber, they're not new to your network. You really need to give them unique or at least more mind-blowing storylines, okay? We've seen Heather be funny. Same thing with Marco. We have seen them do amazing things on Hallmark. And this was a Christmas carnival. And I believe Christmas with a Kiss last year was I think it was a Christmas carnival that ended with a dance. Stop doing that. Stop doing it, Hallmark. Okay, we deserve better. Collectively, we. And to be honest, I think overall, some of those storylines you guys need to stop recycling or find an interesting twist on it, because this just didn't make sense. But anyway, let's get into the premise. Emily, I think she's an event planner, a very successful event planner in LA. And her brother Nick calls her and tells her that he needs help with the Christmas carnival that usually their mother puts on every year. She has now passed. I think this is the first Christmas without their mother. He needs her to come back to the rescue farm, which they had all these alpacas, on the rescue farm, and he needs her help with the carnival, because this is not his thing. He can run the farm, but he can't do this, and I feel him on that. So Emily goes back. I think it's somewhere in Washington State, not too far from Seattle. She goes back and decides to help her brother out. In enters Luke. He's a local artist staying on the farm and helping her brother with some other things around the farm. The minute that Emily recognizes Luke, she's like, yes, Nick, let's put him to work. He can do some of the artwork for the carnival. It takes some convincing, but Luke agrees and he starts to help Emily out. Sparks fly. The alpacas are out there. The rescue farm is looking good. Nick is happy he can focus on the farm and forget about the carnival because his sister has it. And then we see flashbacks of, obviously, it's their first Christmas without their mom. So clearly Emily is missing her mom, and everything about the farm reminds her of her mom. And there was all the feels, but this is a storyline that was done. It's been done, Hallmark. And I just think these two actors deserved better from you. They deserved better because I think that they have amazing range. And for me, this wasn't it. So Heather, Marco, Antonio, I am not the three of you. I'm huge fans. And I'm sorry that you got stuck with this crappy storyline. And I know y'all tried to make it work. Bottom line is Emily and Luke fall in love, but they can't stay, in the small town that the rescue farm is in. So they decide, instead of her going back to Seattle instead of her going back to LA to continue her event planning, she's going to go back to Seattle. She's going to move to Seattle with Luke, and they're going to start their life there where they're not that far from Nick, and they can come back and help with stuff. I don't know. I'm giving this a 6 out of 10, and I don't want to do it. Heather's face alone is like a 12 out of 10. Like, it's like amazing, and Marco's so handsome, and the chemistry was there. Usually when a movie flops for me, chemistry usually is a big part of the issue. There were sparks. They were beautifully paired. I just think Hallmark failed you guys. Hallmark Mystery, Miracles of Christmas, you guys. Like, I don't know. And Megan always says this, who the hell does your programming? This is definitely not a movie. Like last year on the Wednesday, y'all had a season for family with Brandon Penny. You know how the hell I remember that? Because I'm not a Brandon Penny fan. And then I saw this movie with him in it, and it was like the second movie I've seen him in that I really liked him in. That movie had me boo-hooing at the end. It had a unique storyline about 2 little boys that were adopted and how they didn't know they had a brother. I was like, my wig was twisted to the side. I was all in it. I feel like these actors deserved an original storyline, and y'all did not deliver. So if y'all got time for Christmas Under the Lights, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Like, I got through it. I did have to restart it, I think twice. But when I got through it the second time, I was like, not bad, but not enough for me to give it a 7. Because the storyline is just super tired, and it's just not... It's not what I was expecting, but the commercials did allude to this was going to be a recycled storyline. And whenever I see that happening, I'm just like, who is doing your programming? Who is choosing these scripts? Okay, I could rant on about this forever, but I got to move on because I'm short on time. All right, let's go to the next review.